weekend is the World War II thriller Operation Mincemeat, which tells the true story of two British intelligence officers who use a corpse and false papers to outwit German troops.
Now, before we speak to the film stars Colin Firth and Matthew Macfadyen, here's a little clip.
In 5 weeks, 100,000 British forces will strike Sicily's southern shore. Unfortunately, the Nazis know of our intentions. So we're going to play a humiliating trick on Hitler.
Well, good morning, guys. Great to see you. Matthew, can we start with you? In advance of the script coming your way, were you aware of the fascinating and utterly bonkers World War II deception plan?
No, I wasn't. No, it came to me fresh. So it was a real treat to sort of dive in and find out more about it and read Ben's book and read Michelle's brilliant script. Yeah, it was good.
And from that point of view, Colin, when you're looking at something like this deception plot that no one, absolutely no one thinks is going to work, and we now live in a world of deep fakes and things being made up on the internet, were you ever sitting there thinking, you know, they were doing this stuff over 80 years ago?
And further back than that.
Yeah.
What I think was something to be relished, though, was that it was all objects. You know, it wasn't Photoshop, it wasn't sort of deep fake, it wasn't sort of digital trickery. It was theatre tickets,
stubs,
you know,
wedding rings,
briefcase that was going to be in the water, and I mean a physical, you know, a corpse. So it was a world, a very, very tactile, you know, tangible world.
And it's amazing to think, Colin, the whole success of this mission depended on one letter being read, which is incredible, yeah?
With an eyelash that had to be, you know, found or not found, yeah.
But this is the type of film that audiences will want to Google, because honestly, during it, I was Googling, because some of the facts in it, you can't help but think, this cannot be true, but it all was.
Oh, really? This can't be right. Yeah.
But it was all right.
We were talking about this between ourselves earlier, that if this was a made-up story, I think it might just be pushing it a bit.
We go turn it down a bit, because it's just, it's not believable, I'm afraid,
Because they were doing what you're saying. I mean, they were having to answer the same question. They had to make their audience believe it too, and the audience was Hitler. How do you make that believable? How do you sell it? How do you not slip up in one tiny detail? You know, and so in some ways, I think one echoes the other.
Now, of course, you're both on the press tour for this movie, so I imagine you're going to have to sit through a day of interviews, and they started a little while ago with everyone shouting, "Oh my God, it's Mr. Darcy squared at ye."
You're the first person who has brought up...
We couldn't be.
No, you really are. Yeah.
No, in some ways it's quite fun. I mean, it was almost disappointing. We thought it was...
We'd be fielding this all day long. You're the first, so thank you.
You're very welcome.
But now what do we say about it?
Well,
I actually still have my original VHS tapes from the BBC 1995 edition, so I can't believe I've just said that out loud, but I had to say it at some stage. But no one has said it to ye yet. It's us. And by all accounts, the director, John Madden, didn't know this connection either.
I don't know. I don't think anyone seems to care.
No one cares.
No, guys, I care. I really, really care.
Oh, you care. Thank you for caring.
We're old hat, darling, we are.
Yeah.
And we've heard as well, Matthew, that sometimes you've been asked to leave a set because you've a really bad giggling problem. Now, tell us, is this true?
I did. Yeah, so it's getting a little bit better as I age, but I'm not...
You were asked to leave a set?
Yeah, I got taken off set, yeah.
Why?
I just couldn't. I was crying with laughter. I don't know what.
Well, why didn't you have the decency to leave our set when that was happening?
I wasn't asked. I was just hoping it'd get better. I really struggle. I really struggle. We were okay, weren't we? There were a few moments.
We had one or two moments.
Yeah.
I've just remembered one of them.
Yeah. But it's proportional. The difficulty in stopping corpsing, which is proportional to the amount of trouble you're going to get into if you don't. So I can't. It doesn't...
It's actually no fun. Funnily enough, when it gets past a certain point...
It's like a sort of hysteria.
It becomes slightly hysterical because it's forbidden and you know it's not helping anything, at least of all yourself. The kind of admonition to stop just makes it worse.
Yeah. Come on, stop laughing now.
Yeah.
So there were times you wished he had been removed from set. Is that what you're saying, Colin?
Well, it might have saved time. No, we weren't too bad. We were as bad as each other, probably.
Yeah.
Now, Colin, you're moving to the small screen very soon with an adaptation of The Staircase. And, of course, Matthew, you're Tom in Succession. The world loves you and doesn't know what to make of you. But, you know, you weren't the fool we all thought that you were at the end of the last season. You played this massive trump card. Was that nice to have everyone talking about you?
Yes. I mean, it wasn't unpleasant. And I sort of miss a lot of it because I'm not on social media and stuff. So, but I'm glad it went down well. I'm glad the show seems to have sort of landed nicely in the culture, and also that we don't. It's sort of still got a momentum, which is good. I think it's a real trick to keep things going, especially with long form TV. So yeah, but
one of the main focuses of the mincemeat experience for me was working with him, with Tom. And just feeling a little bit, you know, I was quite shy about it, but so desperate to know if he had any information for me, any intel, any, you know, and I was trying to sort of button my lip just for the sake of my own dignity, really. But
Colin was very standoffish for a long time. It just wasn't quite rude, actually. Didn't really talk to me, and
trying to hide my
I
blushes.
was quite intimidated. Yeah.
And Colin, are you ready to be binged? Now, you're taking on the role of Michael Peterson in The Staircase, which is a case that fascinated the world of true crime.
I don't know what to be ready for, really. It's a long time since I've done a television series, and it's a very different world now, and a very different experience. So I just don't know. I mean, I've actually been asking Matthew questions. In fact, before committing to The Staircase, I called Matthew, just what's it like? It's HBO, it's a similar sort of schedule. I just didn't really know what to expect at all, and I still don't know what to expect about what happens when it comes out.
Well, we wish you all the best with it, and it's a pleasure to have you both here on Ireland AM this morning. But very finally, do you feel like you've been in a Bond film? Because the writer, Ian Fleming, is a character in Operation Mincemeat.
Yeah, we sort of have, haven't we? That's the nearest I got.
Yeah, that's what I'll have to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you both so much for joining us this morning. It's been a real pleasure, and I'm really, really sorry about the Mr. Darcy thing. I really am.
Thank you both. It's been a real pleasure. Are you all right now?
Why did I do the Mr. Darcy? You have to do it. You were all, most of you were thinking it at home, thinking about Mr. Darcy from 1994. Yeah.
You all right now? Well, she's having a moment. Now, on tomorrow's show, Brian Lloyd is going to be reviewing it, so I hope he gives it 5 stars.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it now, I have to say.
I enjoyed it as well,
Excellent movie. I thought they were charming.